Crazy story for you out of San Antonio. A mother accused of buying her 13-year-old son tactical gear and ammo to carry out a mass attack at his school. Let's check it out.
Tonight's top story, a history of red flags. Tonight, police say the 13-year-old boy plotting a mass attack at his school was on their radar since last year. Investigators also say the teen's mother ignored warning signs. Meantime, tonight, parents are questioning if the school district could have stepped in sooner. KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna is following all these new developments tonight. So, Megan, let's start. KENS 5 reporter Megan.
Let's take a look at the mom real quick. She's a beauty, isn't she? I mean,
have stepped in sooner. KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna is following all these new developments tonight. So, Megan, let's start here. Police say for months they've been trying to get the family help.
Yeah, Henry, San Antonio's police chief says CPS first alerted them about the child's concerning behavior in October. Then in January, they say the child was caught at school with a violent drawing. That's when police reached out to offer services to the family to get him help. But instead of helping her son, they say that mother provided him with ammo.
And I know a lot of parents are keeping their kids from home because of this.
According to one parent who wants to remain anonymous out of fear, only half of her daughter's class showed up to Rhodes Middle School Thursday.
And she's in danger to just not her child, but to the community.
Ashley Pardo and her 13-year-old son were arrested Monday after police say a family member discovered loaded magazines, an improvised explosive device, and a note listing mass shooters that belonged to the child. The mother is accused of buying him the magazines, bullets, and tactical gear in exchange for babysitting his younger siblings.
Mother of the year. She offered to buy her son ammo and tactical gear to carry out this attack in exchange for watching his siblings. This is a disturbed family. That household is very disturbed. The mother and him. I can only imagine what was going on inside of that house. We'll get to that though.
Behavior is not only dangerous, it's abhorrent, especially as a parent.
Police Chief William McManus says his department acted swiftly with the help from the FBI once they got the tip from the family member. However, the child wasn't even at school when they showed up to arrest him.
How was he able to get into the campus with a ski mask, gear on, and able to walk out with nobody noticing him?
But what's even more concerning to this mother and other parents we spoke to off camera is his history of disturbing behavior. In January, investigators say the child was caught with a violent drawing at school. Then in April, they say he was found researching a mass shooting on the school's computer. He was suspended and sent to alternative school, but returned to campus May 8th. When asked about parents' concerns that the child was allowed back on campus, the SAISD police chief had this to say.
I can understand the parents' concerns. However, that is closely monitored. But again, the student still has a right to be in school unless it poses that an immediate threat.
And I did ask the superintendent here if he'd be willing to do an interview to answer more questions as to why that child was allowed back on campus. I'm told, though, he is not doing interviews. Instead, the district released a statement saying in part that they have strict protocols in place to ensure the safety of both students and staff. Meanwhile, that child is still in custody tonight, but his mother is out on bond and on full house arrest. Reporting live outside SAISD headquarters, Megan Reyna.
I want to get into a little bit more of the details on this wild story here. Let's check this out. I'll read through this and we can discuss it. It's crazy. Texas mother buys ammo and tactical gear for son's planned mass targeted violence. And crazy thing is that there's somebody actually in the comments of one of these videos on YouTube, might have been the one I just played, that is actually complaining about the mother and son being arrested. They said, well, oh my gosh, a mother and son are arrested without actually doing anything wrong. People are nuts. All right, let's get going on this. So I get going on this article. A Texas mother has been arrested and charged for allegedly buying ammunition and tactical gear for her son's planned mass targeted violence at his middle school, officials said. So she was arrested Monday and charged with aiding in commission of terrorism after she allegedly provided ammunition and tactical gear to her son, whose behavior demonstrated plans for a mass targeted violence aimed at Rhodes Middle School in San Antonio. This continues on talking about back in January how he had uh, violent drawings. Drawings also included a map of the school labeled suicide route. The name of the school written besides a rifle, the affidavit said. The son, who was not named in the affidavit, was contacted by officials at the time and described a fascination with past mass shooters. In April, the son was found researching the Christchurch mosque shooting, in New Zealand, the 2019 mosque shooting, a tragedy that killed 51 people on a school-issued computer, the affidavit said. He was subsequently suspended and later in the day attempted suicide with a straight razor, causing significant injuries and requiring over 100 stitches. Like I said, this is a disturbed child, and 13 is still a child in my mind. And a disturbed mother. It's crazy to think that this was allowed to go on, that she allowed this to potentially take place. He attended school, an alternative school, until May 7th, according to officials. His grandmother, with whom he had been staying on various occasions, contacted police on Monday after she found her grandson hitting a live bullet with a hammer. So the grandmother is the one who gave the tip to officials. If it had not been for this grandmother, we could have potentially seen a horrific attack here in the state of Texas. Another one. Wow. The middle school told his grandmother he received the bullet from Pardo and that she had guns and ammunition at her house. The grandmother told officials Pardo had been taking the boy to a local surplus store and bought him magazines, a tactical black vest capable of concealing ballistic plates. Wow. A tactical black helmet and various army clothing, the affidavit said. On Monday, the boy told his grandmother he was going to be famous before being picked up by his mom and taken to school, according to officials. The grandmother then looked through the boy's bedroom, where she found magazines loaded with live rifle ammunition and pistol magazines loaded with live ammunition. So then there's the person complaining about the boy and the mom being arrested. She also found an improvised explosive device, a mortar-style firework wrapped in duct tape among the boy's belongings, the affidavit said. The explosive device had the words for Brenton Tarrant, referencing the shooter in the 2019 mosque attack, along with multiple SS symbols and 14 words referencing white supremacy written on it, according to the affidavit. Somebody on this planet is blaming Trump for this. Along with the weaponry, the grandmother found a handwritten note referring to previous mass shooting suspects, and the number of victims in each incident, the affidavit said. Pardo had been aware of the threats made by her son, expressed to the school her support, violent expressions and drawings, and said she did not feel concerned for his behavior, according to the affidavit. The affidavit noted that Pardo was purchasing the gear and ammunition for her son in exchange for babysitting his younger siblings, as the video stated. The school told officials that Monday the boy arrived wearing camouflage jacket, mask, and tactical pants and left shortly after, the affidavit said. In a letter to parents on Monday, Rhodes Middle School principal said that Pardon's son was detained off campus and is being charged with terrorism. Please know we take all potential threats seriously and act immediately to protect everyone in our care. We will always remain vigilant to ensure our learning and working environment is safe and secure. Pardo was released on a bond of $75,000 Tuesday, according to jail records. She will return to court for a pre-indictment hearing on July 17th, according to court records. That is a wild story right there. That is unbelievable. I mean, a mother what is going through the mom's head? Now, the police chief also said that when they went into the home, they found all kinds of swastikas type stuff and Nazi references inside the home. So the mother was creating this type of environment for her son. I don't know what kind of stuff she was into in the past, but take a look at those tattoos, the teardrops all over her face, the looks like her birth year on her neck, the purple hair. The mother looked like she was very disturbed as well. So she created this environment for her son, and I just thank goodness that the grandmother reported this to the police, to authorities, because this could have been a horrific attack, and I would have been reporting on a mass shooting here in Texas. It's just crazy. But thank goodness that the grandmother was vigilant, took care of this. Authorities took swift action and stopped this before it happened. But it's crazy. I will leave that right there. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Take care.